don't even know how to read the gauges on this thing.
So in today's video, like I said last time, we are straight piping an F80 M3. And I literally mean straight pipe. That means no resonators, no catalytic converters. This thing's gonna be as loud as they possibly get. And I didn't, but Ruben is going with the same exhaust system that I went with on the M4. It is a true 3-inch dual all the way back. It takes away a lot of the raspiness in these cars. You can't get rid of it completely, but it sounds incredible. All right, so we're underneath the car. We do have it on wheel stands instead of jack stands. It's a little bit safer.
Oh, that was hot.
Well, you think? You touched the cat. To remove the exhaust system, you don't really have to remove any under trays, but we're doing downpipes as well. Because of that, we do have to remove this under tray here because it's covering the cats, which are about right there. And to do that, you'll need a 8 mil and then you'll need a 15 mil. Between those two tools, that should remove the entire under tray and you'll be all set. Then once we get down to the midsection of the vehicle for the exhaust system, there's a cross member, and that is going to be a T40. So everyone, if you don't know already, my name is Bailey. This is
Ruben.
And well, I guess today we're straight piping an F80 M3, so this should be good. And sorry neighbors, it's not my car, it's not gonna live here, it's gonna go to his house. So hopefully everything works out for him and his neighbors.
Players.
And players. Let's begin. I'm gonna have Ruben remove that cross member and I'm going to remove the under tray. Easy.
You're very intelligent.
Do what you gotta do. In this case, I had to replace Ruben's exhaust because I was told to. I owe him debt, apparently.
Clearly. You have to wake up,
So
man.
this thing's really light, but when you don't have that much space,
It's heavy?
it's kind of annoying to deal with.
Oh, man. Is that aluminum?
Hello, warm. So, by the way, it's like 27 degrees out, and we just pulled it in, so it's really cold on this concrete in here. So this warm engine right now, whew, it's like a fire. Useless.
Nice.
This will be the worst part. This is the area where it doesn't make sense how people's hands fit and tools fit. It's a big problem once you actually get the bigger 3-inch pipes in here. Whew, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Something I never use ever, really, is PB Blaster, because for me, it doesn't really physically make sense. Like, how do you have a bolt that's so stuck and you spray something on it? How is that supposed to get into the threads? I feel like it helps once it's loose. Maybe I don't understand the concept of it very well, but let's give it a shot since I have like 8 bottles thanks to Chance. So thank you, Chance.
Bro, what the heck is that?
I need a rag. You got a rag?
No. You think?
Ruben sprained his ankle, so I'm gonna call him Limpy.
No, look. You gotta have a reason why I was spraying my ankle. I sold my bags yesterday. I live on the 3rd floor. I live in this apartment. It's called 90. You guys probably look it up. I don't care.
Yeah, look up where Ruben lives. That
I don't care. It is what it is. But I was walking down the stairs, the second stairs, and I couldn't see nothing. I don't know why I kept going. I should have just looked. I just missed a step and then sprained my ankle.
So now, AKA Ruben's Limpy.
Just for a day.
Or a kiddo, because you don't like that one.
Oh my gosh.
Some random guy at a car shows me like, hey, you're kiddo.
Oh,
That's funny. So with my M4, I ran boot mod, and until I got dyno tuned with Matt, he is back and forth on what tune he wants. I like boot mod because you can do GTS tune, you can delete cold start, you can adjust the burble. They were the first ones to do it. I understand MHD does this stuff too. So I really don't know what's better. I guess it's just whatever off-the-shelf tune they provide, because he is going to be off-the-shelf tune for a little bit.
I like boot mod because they have almost everything, as in on-the-shelf tune, like GTS CS tune, and they can do the transmission tuning, which on MHD, you don't have the transmission tuning.
But boot mod, you have to use a computer with Ethernet, and Ethernet's dying technology. You have to buy like an old computer, and they break really easy. Or you can buy, I believe, like a Wi-Fi adapter and make it where it connects to other devices, which is just an extra install and extra cost, which is kind of annoying. I think boot mod costs more.
But MHD actually uses wireless, and I think boot mod was the first people to do it.
But does MHD come like that automatically?
I'm not too sure if it does come automatically. That's something I have to read up on.
So basically, end of the day, we're going to be doing this very soon, I'm sure. Boot mod or MHD, or do you have any other suggestions? Back to the bolts. 4?
Should be 4.
By the way, I'm using like a 1.5 extension for some of these things on the downpipes. So if you are going to do downpipes and exhaust and whatnot, I would suggest at least a 1-foot-long extension. Maybe a swivel for later on when we install a 3-inch pipe. We don't need these bolts anymore. Ow! Okay, we're done with those. Time to remove the exhaust. All it is hangers. I use 2, maybe 1 or 2 huge screwdrivers. The biggest ones I got. And all you do is your goal is to get the hanger off. So just pry it off the best way you can. They do make a bunch of tools for this, which will make life a lot easier. And if you ever struggle with the hanger to a point where you literally have messed with it too much, you're tired of it, I believe it's an inverted like T15, and you can take off the entire hanger, which I'm probably gonna do with 1 or 2 hangers total on this entire kit. And then once you get that off, just go ahead and put the hanger back on.
Hey, you can use that crowbar now.
That's right. I did have to use a crowbar. Don't make fun of me. I'm not the strongest, okay? I've been hitting the gym. I'm trying. Crowbar come in clutch, though.
3 hours worth of gym and still struggling. Your arms will be lubricated and ready.
So these have valves in the exhaust, and it's just a simple clip that you remove on both sides. You don't want to drop the exhaust and actually break these clips or the wires. So there's right there. So you just grab, there's a clip on top, you push down on it, you wiggle it, so it comes out. Now you're gonna see us take the exhaust off.
What are you doing? Why did you pull it down?
It's ready to come down.
It's ready to come down? So what's up?
I'm trying to get this hanger off.
I hit my hand on
I wish we got that. Okay, so the exhaust was stuck on a hanger. I was in there with a screwdriver popping it off, and then he was holding it when it dropped. He smacked his head and it dropped. That is,
I got a crack right here.
no, that's previous. That is hilarious. Turns out to work on cars, we really should have hard hats on. Cheers. As you guys know, I have an issue. My bad habit's 1 monster a day, usually in the mornings. So here we go. That's refreshing. So for me, I drink like 1 monster a day, right? But I drink a ton of water, like probably 5-6 water bottles. I don't drink soda. I'm overall, I think, healthy. Sometimes I have a bad snack. Lately though, I have been trying to cut down a little bit, so I am meal prepping for like the first time.
One duplicate today. Save the paint.
Alright, so here's the end of the downpipes. You got this little gasket thingamabob, I don't know what to call it, but it's just a T30 to take that off, so we'll take that off first. And then we gotta take from the top of the engine bay, there's some O2 sensors that you detach, you leave them on the downpipes because it's just impossible to take them off from the downpipes. So just remove them from the top, run the wires down, and then in the very back, you'll have access to turbos, which you literally can't see. I can tell you guys, last time I did S55 downpipes, probably took me 4 hours to do. The exhaust, you could probably do, what, under 20 minutes.
Yeah, we could at least just pop it on.
So, I think the exhaust part's easy, and a lot of people think the cat's gonna be just as easy. It takes forever. I doubt it's gonna take me 4 hours. I bet I can get it done in 30 minutes because I have the tools. I know what I'm doing, but I can't really show you. So what I'm saying is if you're gonna do this yourself, like we are, give yourself time and be patient with it because it can take some time, and just try to enjoy the moment because that's why we do this, right? I mean, I get some people do it for the noise, but usually you pay someone to do it. If you're doing it yourself, you're doing it because you want to do it. So just try to enjoy the process.
Okay guys, while Bailey's doing that, I'm gonna open up this package right here. The downpipes. It's my first time ever having a turbo car and doing downpipes. I love these sounds.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah. So Bailey told me it was, oh, I see it. So
Dude, these things are fire, actually.
Bailey told me this.
Beauty. VRSF. So VRSF is actually a more affordable company for parts. But I've never had any bad luck with them. I've heard people saying they don't fit right. Every VRSF part I've had with the 235Is, the M4, M3, it's always been great. It's great quality, it's really affordable, and I think it's really cool. And just little details like that make me very happy.
I'm happy already because it's gonna be loud.
I got the downpipes disconnected probably within like 5 minutes, which really surprised me, but I've done it several times, so I'm used to it, right? But the thing about O2 sensors is it's another story. Yes, downpipes were easy. O2 sensors are not, which they're easy, it just takes time. You have to remove your plastic cowl covers. Then you have to remove all the bolts holding the aluminum brace on and the carbon fiber brace on, bolt. You remove those, then you have to remove a plastic cover that goes here, which is 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Remove that seal. Then you take off the front intake. Then you take off the charge pipe. Then you take off the pipe that goes from the intake to your turbo. And then you take off the other charge pipe. Then you take off the engine cover. Boom. Now we're where we need to be. You're caught up. Here's the O2 sensor. So the O2 sensor, you should be able to just pop it out, like so, just like that. Back downpipe and front downpipe are disconnected. You might think that's it though, but these things have 4 O2 sensors, which is ridiculous. It has the ones that are on the transmission, so you also gotta disconnect these ones, which is kind of annoying when you get the under tray on, but you make it work. The long downpipe, it's on the left side of the trans, and the small one's on the right. I'm just trying to remember that for later. And then over here, there's 2 studs, you see? I removed those 2 nuts. It dropped down a whole bracket assembly that was holding the O2 sensors. It just made my life so much easier. So, little tip for you. The one with the 2 studs, that's that bracket there. And those 2 studs, that bracket, those 2 studs, it's so much easier to just remove those 2 little nuts, and it brings down all the O2 sensors so you can reach it a lot easier. And with the new downpipes, I don't think I'm going to install those because I didn't in the last one because there wasn't a bracket to actually attach it to the downpipe. So you want the VRSF downpipes for the straight pipe exhaust, and there's something that these S55s or M55s, M54s, they all have a problem. The problem is the plastic charge pipe likes to blow. Stock tuned, it doesn't seem to matter, but obviously the more power you got, the faster it does blow up. These are a VRSF, they're aluminum, they're coated, they're really nice, and for the pricing compared to other competitors, as mentioned with the downpipes, I don't think it can be beat. That being said, this is a temporary thing for Ruben. He plans on hitting up RK Titanium for some titanium ones, but this will do for the next 4 or 5 months until that time comes. These bad boys, we've already taken them apart. This is not going to be any DIY, but while you're doing downpipes, you have to remove these. And to actually access this, if you're not doing an exhaust, you just have to remove everything that I told you earlier. This is the stock exhaust. You got cats, Resnier, muffler. Now you have muffler delete, no Resnier, no cats, no cats. We have a full track exhaust for this track days that Ruben's gonna do. This will allow their turbos to breathe obviously a lot more. Like he can now put up his power, get some higher flowing intakes, and it's just gonna be better for the motor overall. So, going to sound really sick. You've seen me take it apart, now we're gonna throw this thing back together and let's hear the cold start. want to give a huge shout out to AWE. I mean, they're not involved in this install today. They're not really involved at all. I've never really talked to them, but I've used a lot of their products, had their intakes, I've installed a couple of their exhausts, and I've loved it so much every single time. There's something about the way they bend their pipes, first of all. So when they say it's a 3-inch pipe, it's a true 3-inch all the way back. And then another thing that I appreciate about it is most exhaust phase cars cost $5 grand. Like, that's ridiculous, and they don't even sound that good. They're like raspy. This one being free flowing, allowing those turbos to breathe, it brings down the noise a little bit. It's extremely loud, but it's not super loud and raspy. It was awesome seeing everyone smile in today's video. Just a reminder, keep living life, and we'll see y'all next time.
He's like barely even touching the gas too.
Yeah. Dang, that's battery. It's fully charged over there. The bike is cold. Can you go back? This one's fully charged and one of them is charged. Good. I don't even know how to read the gauges on this thing. Yeah. Don't forget. Try what? I'm okay. Okay, try it now. Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh, even it out. There we go. Now that's right.
Man, just wow. The overall sound of it got exactly what I wanted. It's crazy. Just listen to it. Turbo sounds stupid.